Okay, so let's see if the audio problem is fixed now. As soon as somebody comes in. There we go. Is the audio better? Are we. Do you hear me now? Somebody, anybody? Awesome. So, I finally broke down and bought a microphone. So, should have better audio quality from here on out on all of the videos. So, this has been a interesting week. We'll go with that. Um, some new experiences for sure, and hopefully some that I never have to deal with again. I'm sure I will. I'm sure it's going to happen. So, oh, it was more than that, James. So, actually, remember we were heading down to Colorado Springs to drop that trailer off. Well, we made it to Colorado Springs, and we unhooked. And now it's back in Idaho. So, yes, you did see it flapping. Was not attach a trim piece to the roof. That trim piece stayed on the roof from Oregon to Colorado. However, the vinyl covering, what you saw flapping, did not stay. So it looked fine when I picked it up. Um, it just looked like the back of the unit was white instead of black for the trim piece. In all actuality, that was just that vinyl thing rolled up over itself and not secured. So, since the first day I only made it 50 or 60 miles, it didn't really hurt it. It looked fine when I parked. I guess I made it more than that, didn't I? I only went a few. No, okay. So the second day when we parked in Wyoming, I had seen something hanging off the back. Uh, Perfectly honest, I didn't know what it was. Also, at that point, we're past the point of recovery. Um, I thought it was like a piece of plastic that had just come loose or something. So I guess that would be on me, my fault. However, I am not the one who did not assemble the trailer. So they rejected the unit, and now I have to take it back to Oregon. So that's neat. Uh, they took a bunch of pictures, sent it up to the plant where they produce it. Um, they determined it was not my fault. It was a well, I mean, the damage is already done. When I picked it up, I thought it just had, they did black around whatever and then white on the back for whatever reason. Like it looked like it was supposed to be that way. Um, when I did my check in Wyoming that second night, I saw that, but I thought it was just some plastic that had flipped off and was hanging. Also, there's no ladder on that, so I couldn't climb up there to check it anyway. They brought out a step ladder and climbed up and found that. So they rejected the unit. Uh, I did get paid for transporting it down there. Shut up, Ryan. I did get paid for transporting it down there, and I'm getting paid to take it back to Oregon. The back to Oregon is it's a really 65 cents a mile, but it's not urgent. They don't care when it gets back, so obviously I'm home. So I made it here in time for what I have going on tomorrow, which is great. That makes me happy. And I can deliver it Monday. And uh, because the company that built it is the one who's obviously paying for the trip back. Uh, that's how they got the 65 cents, was because they already paid to ship it down. They're paying to ship it back to repair it, and then they got to pay to ship it back again. And that one's going to be at full price. So they're going to lose money on this one for sure, would be my guess. Um, so not getting a whole lot to come back. But my dispatcher did put me on a load that is um, God, not very far. I would I would I would bet, I don't know, those of you that are from Oregon, I never really played up in that area that much. You know, I'm taking it back to Sheridan. I'm picking up in Dallas. It's real minimal deadhead. I don't remember how much, and that one's going to go to Montana. So that's not bad. That she dispatched me, what, 5 days, 6 days out. She dispatched me on Thursday for that load that's right there. So that was nice. I think she felt bad about the 65 cents, maybe. Um, so yeah, we we drove all the way to Colorado for nothing. Uh, but got paid to do it and getting paid to take it back, and then we got a good connecting load up there. I didn't look at the load board today because I knew I wasn't doing anything until Wednesday. But yesterday, when I looked at it, there was a good amount coming out of Oregon and Idaho going to California. So if by chance that keeps up, um, I'll snag one of those and come back. That'll probably get me home Thursday or Friday. And my daughter's birthday is Saturday, so be home for that. And then back on the road. And if there's still work, this is all positive thought. Um, I'll probably work until Wednesday, and then I'm gonna take a week off. I've been saying that for a while. I know, it's really happening. Um, Doing some work on this. Uh, Going to got some family stuff. Gonna go see my sister. There's She needs some help with some stuff, so I'm gonna go out there and give her a hand. Um, and then I'm taking some me time. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna see you two, ass you, since you live in the same town. Um, Also, I don't have my tablet with me. I left it in the Streetwalker, which is down getting some service done. Um, Front diff, rear diff, and oil change. So I don't have my tablet to see the comments. So they only pop up on my screen right there for a couple seconds and they go away. So if I'm missing your comments, you're not going to bother me by throwing them up a second time. Um, they only pop up for a second, so I'm sure I'm missing some. So if I haven't answered you, ask again. Uh, anyway, yeah, Streetwalker's getting front and rear diff, which is overdue. and getting oil change, which is overdue. None of it by very much, but overdue is overdue, right? So I came home and I unhooked and I drove down to Ford and dropped the truck, got a ride back home, hopped in the shower, and got on here for you guys. So, Q&A. No, I don't think I am. I doubt they'll have it done that quick. I mean, if it pops back up on the board, hell yeah, I'll run. I'll make that trip again. It's an easy trip. It's good pay. I'll do it for sure if they have it done by the time I get to Montana and back. We'll see. Would be ideal if they have it ready by Thursday, and I get one of those loads to California, zip up there, grab it, come back home, do my reset, go to Colorado. By the time I get to Colorado and back, it'll be time for me to take that break I want. So, another part of the reason that I'm taking this break, is, you know, this thing was horribly neglected by the previous owner. Um, so, on the other channel, there will be a lot of work done on it. Um, I've been running hard. I want some me time. I want some time with the family. Additionally, and yeah, I play video games. Um, Not like an avid gamer. Like, oh my god, it's not like I come home and I get on there and I just play. Once or once or twice a month I'll turn it on for an hour or two. But a game just came out that I'm actually very excited about that I pre-ordered that was supposed to be here uh, the 29th, but because of this stuff around the country, shipping was delayed, and it's going to be here not 2 days Monday, but the next Monday. Um, yeah, I play Call of Duty not very often. I'm not. It's fun, but it's not great. Um, it looks like, and this could be a complete fluke, the load boards are picking back up a little bit. So maybe. I've heard a lot of the plants are opening on Monday. I've heard some of the plants opened on the 27th a few days ago. Um, maybe we're gonna get through this. Maybe we won't have that forced shutdown for several weeks like I predicted. I hope I was wrong. Like I said, I'm taking some time off. I need some time off. I want some time off, but I would rather do it on my terms and for as long as I choose, not for several weeks because they said. You know what I mean? It got bad though. We were down under 20 units collectively for a while. A while, I mean like a day. Still terrifying to log in and see that. So hopefully that bounced back. Hopefully that's over. Hopefully we're moving forward. We're getting through this. I'm trying to keep the Viper truck off of this channel. Trying to keep the Harley off of this channel. Which, by the way, for those of you who are interested in other stuff, that will be uploaded Sunday evening, probably? Question mark? The escapades of this weekend. So, what do you guys want to know? What's in your brain in the world of RV that you need answered? Oh, I can pull the messages back up. No crap. Hey, Frederick. Just saw your message. I'm tired. I'm glad I'm home. Waleed, hello. IECS. I don't think I would want it. Honestly, this trailer pulls the worst out of anything I've pulled. I, I try. I know some of my videos are awful. 3 minutes of me just kind of rambling about nothing. I try and put content out. As often as I can. I try and make it good. Todd, did you set... What? I think you typoed, bud. Can you try that again, please? I try and put out good content as much as I can, but I've also, like I've said before, I told you guys I'm gonna upload every day, and I try. I miss some days. Sometimes I'm in an area where the coverage sucks. As you saw, Wednesday I didn't upload, but it uploaded Thursday morning. There was just there's no signal at Little America. Oh, yes. If you go back to my video from a couple months ago, it says she's back to stock or something along the lines, and then the thumbnail is a picture of the interior of the truck. It shows my bed and how I have it all set up. The weather for Monday, I'm not sure, Cody. I know there's supposed to be a light sprinkle on... wait, what? It's supposed to be a light sprinkle tomorrow, and then other than that, it looks fine. Thanks, Chris? Also, I didn't know that was a thing. Okay. You know what? Like I said, man, I upload every day, and that's 7 months. Right about 7 months, 8 months that I've had this channel going. I upload every day. I'm not surprised that you would have missed one. Well, A, that's news to me, Chris, and B, thank you. Well, I appreciate that, Cody. That's I appreciate the viewership and the input from you guys. It is very hard to eat healthy on the road. Expensive, not terrible. Michael, would I get another 450? No. No. Actually, I'm looking at some things. We'll see. More to come on that later. Smaller. Definitely smaller. I mean, the truck I have is so overkill for this job. So overkill for this job. I mean, yeah, it's cool to, have the 450 and the platinum and all that stuff and yada yada yada, but it's a harsh ride. The tires are more expensive. The gear ratio is a little excessive when you're empty. It's hard to go the speed limit. Yeah, this was the haircut I decided on when I got out of the service. I don't know why. I just said I've had this is the exact line I held the whole time I was in the service, but I just kept it like that long. And then I got out and I was like, well, I'm gonna keep it and I'll just grow it longer and we'll see what happens. Uh, yeah, Todd, I agree. 250 is probably the best bang for your buck. Eh, 350 maybe. Just because it'll handle some of the bigger fifth wheels better. No kidding. I've thought about doing the grill thing. Didn't really, get too deep into it, but I thought about it. I might have to look into that a little more. Yes, yes, definitely the single wheel. How often does Horizon have orientation? Uh, I don't know. Um, I know it fluctuates and it varies, so I couldn't give you a definite answer. I almost signed on with Team RV Express. Actually, if you look at my DOT inspection for my truck from when I initially set it up to work this job, it's for Team RV Express. They were going to hire me. They were one of the companies I talked about that said, "Yeah, we'll hire you, no problem." In October, would I consider a Ram? Um, I don't know. I've covered that a few times. They're a lot cheaper, which is good. It was like a $30,000 difference between that and the truck that I got. Uh, but they've got um, potential. From what I've seen in the forums, it looks like they are more prone to problems. Um, so I don't know. I mean, you save 30 grand. Do you maybe lose that in repairs? But if it's under warranty, does it really matter? I mean, there's six, one half dozen the other. Adam, I actually just covered that a second ago. So a really quick recap is the load boards seem to be picking back up. I have heard some plants opened on the 27th, and I have heard more plants or the rest of the plants are opening Monday. I don't know how true which part, both part, all of that is. That's just what I'm hearing, um, which means that we could be okay. Um, the load boards seem to be filling back up, so that's good. And if they really are producing that quickly, this might not be bad. We may be rolling no problem here. Also, you'll have to excuse this horrific mess. I just got out of the shower, got this started so it wouldn't be too late for you guys, and then I can get in and have dinner before it gets stupid late. You're a Canadian. I just saw Team RV hires also Canadians as Horizon. I don't know if Horizon hires Canadian drivers, but I know we do loads into Canada. See, there you go, Cody. I mean, and that's not every truck. That's not all of them. That's, you know what I mean. It's when I've always been a Chevy guy, and I was gonna get a Duramax, and I got into the forums for RV and Hot Shot and all that, and it just seemed like Dodge was showing up more often with problems, so that kind of steered me away. I've always wanted a Cummins. I thought they were cool. They sound better than the other diesels, in my opinion. I like the exhaust note, but I started seeing the issues, and I just kind of went, I don't, I don't know if I want to deal with all that. Uh, so I chose to spend the extra money on the Ford, which I've said 100 times that was painful for me. Um, do I think that Dodge is bad? No. I think they have more problems, but if you're spending 30,000 less on a truck, if you're saving 30,000 on a truck, you should expect to have more problems. Thanks, Chris. You know, Chevy's got their horrible fuel injection, and they don't tow anything. Uh, Dodge has, from what I've seen, honk honk. From what I've seen, Dodge seems like it's a DPF is their biggest issue. Sounds like they fixed the transmission issue they were having for a couple years. I'll have to check that out, Terry. I mean, every brand has their flaws. I will say that with the 6.7, it seems like Ford hit all the wickets. I don't know. Uh, from what I've seen in the forums and the groups, I would say that it seems like Ford had got their crap together with the 6.7. Toe Piglet, what's up, man? I'm home. Got the beast back here, and I got a broken ass trailer in the backyard, and my Ford's at the shop. So it sounds like I'm running a week similar to yours with your tires. So, actually, while I'm thinking about it, what we were talking about with the trailer and the issues that it was having, truck's just getting service, man. The trailer, the keys to the trailer are in the truck, which is at the Ford dealership, so I can't open the doors. But you all can see that, right? The black piece of trim that runs along that they didn't put on. They just left it on the roof of the trailer. Somehow that trim piece stayed all the way from Oregon to Colorado, and I put it right inside that door, so it's right there, but again, it's locked. I can't get inside it. But since it ripped the roof off, they rejected delivery, and they're paying me to take it back to Oregon so they can fix it. So it kind of sucks, but I got paid to take it to Colorado. I'm getting paid to take it to Oregon, and I have a load hooked up right by the place I'm dropping in Oregon. So all in all, not terrible. No, they absolutely said it was not me. Yes, but correct me if I'm wrong. The Chevy isn't really a Cummins. It's kind of a Cummins. Or Allison, sorry. Like it's Allison case, but Chevy parts inside or something like that. I read something about that somewhere. I got it for 175. I think I saw you just closed on your house, didn't you? Did know that. I knew they made the one in the Mustang and the Camaro. I did not know if the same held for the trucks. By the way, thank you for that, Toe Piglet. I just saw that pop up on the screen. Oh, by the way, I did finally get that microphone that you told me to shut up and buy. Yeah, I mean, got 33 people in here. Maybe I've done enough of these that they've just got all their questions answered. Um, well, if this doesn't pick up soon, I'm gonna cut it and take myself inside. Um, Once again, for those of you, ah, I'm actually just getting to that, Toe Piglet. So, for those of you that are interested in the Harley and the Viper truck and some other things that YouTube isn't a big fan of, check out my other channel. Um, this weekend's going to be all Harley. Not next weekend, but the weekend after is going to be a whole lot of this stuff, and there will be donuts. Uh, Quick recap, Jeff. Trailer was improperly put together. They didn't put the trim piece on, and it destroyed the roof. The dealer rejected it. I'm taking it back to the production yard. And Steve, I will absolutely do that. Thank you. Thank you. Look, I know you're converting the Cummins, and okay, fine. No, this will always be a combustion engine. Oh, I bet that was awful. This one just lost the um, the vinyl membrane thing. It just shredded it. I am looking at taking the motor and transmission out of this in the not too distant future, but that's other channel stuff. Later, Alex. That's other channel stuff. We'll cover that in a couple weeks. Like I said, I'll quickly touch on the not RV stuff here, but I'm trying to keep this channel mostly centered around RV stuff. Um, get the other channel big enough so I can go live on it, and we can have all sorts of crazy conversations. Especially, I think that the video that I upload on the 15, 16, 17, 18, probably on the 18th or 19th of this month for the other channel. That might raise a little bit of conversation. We'll see. A lot of companies won't let you hire on with a truck that old, and that's not set in stone. There's waivers, but it's going to be a little bit harder for you to get on. More importantly, how many miles are on that truck, Manatee? Thank you, Terry. Thank you. I wouldn't buy one with much more than that. Um, 150 is kind of getting up there. It's not bad, but depends how it was treated. Um, you know, did they put a tuner on it? Was it well maintained? Right, and that very well could be the case. Um, look at Chris. He's 300 and some odd thousand on his, and he's had almost zero issues with it. No, not you. Manatee, who's looking at that used one. If because that's exactly what happened to mine. I saw this truck, and I was like, "Oh, it's got airbags, and it's got a tuner, and it's got an intake, and it's got an exhaust. Like, this is great. This is the perfect truck." And I didn't even get to start work, and it toasted, which is exactly how we ended up with the Streetwalker. You don't get anything because it goes from your account to mine, or you probably use my card to do it, so it go from my account to mine. Well, you're talking. Does that mean dinner's done? God, that's a heavy tailgate. All right, dinner's done. I've been on the road all day. I'm exhausted, guys. So, as always, those of you on the roads, I wish you fair winds and following seas. Take care and have a great